Hey guys, so I'm back. I took a little break there just basically to play Smash. I sort of told myself once Smash came out, I was just going to take a little break, play the game, enjoy the game, and stay off the internet with the speculation and everything for a little bit there. So I took the last week and just basically enjoyed the game, played the game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are out there playing it. I'm sure you guys are enjoying it. It's really, really amazing. So yeah, I've just been doing that, but I'm back now and there's a ton to talk about today. First off though, I just want to say that I'm running a Discord tournament tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the description of this video. So check that out for the details if you're interested. This will be our first time attempting to run a tournament through Discord like this. Obviously our first time trying to run Smash through Discord like this. So hopefully everything runs smoothly. I do anticipate there'll be some sort of problems. Obviously Smash Online has some lag issues and stuff, and I don't know if everybody's there on time and stuff. So we'll try to run it smoothly, but I do anticipate some hiccups, but hey, it'll probably be fun anyway. I'll be commentating on the matches. I won't be playing, but I'll be commentating, so that should be fun. And I think I'll probably do some sort of prize for the winner. I'm thinking an eShop card if people are interested in that. I think eShop card is a really great prize and an easy thing for me to transfer over the internet just by sending the code to whoever wins. So yeah, if you're interested in that tournament, go check it out over on my Discord. Again, link in the description above. I know a lot of people are curious what my initial impression of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is, and the short answer is I think it's amazing, it's incredible, I'm really loving it, I've been absolutely addicted to it since it came out. But if you want a bit more in-depth than that, I was recently on the GG Gaming podcast. Again, this is my second time appearing on it, and I talked a lot more about Smash. We also talked a bunch about like Kingdom Hearts and some other games, so yeah, if you're interested in that, I will leave a link to that video in the description of this video. I also plan on making my own video just about my initial impressions on Smash Brothers and going a little bit more into what I like about the game and maybe a few things I think need improvement. Generally, I'm very cool with this game right now though. So yeah, I'll probably do a video like that, but for today we're going to talk about speculation. So last time my video was basically about Joker. I did my reaction video to Joker being in Smash and Persona being in Smash, and I just talked about a couple very small amount of leaks that kind of guessed that, and I said that like nobody called Joker. I kind of more meant like as far as leakers were going that nobody called Joker. I know some people were talking about him. In fact, the Tokyo Mirage Sessions thing was always sort of in the back of my mind that hey, maybe since Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei have been together, maybe we'll get something Shin Megami Tensei, maybe we'll get something Persona. I don't know. It's always been a possibility in the back of my mind, but not something I was really banking on whatsoever. I've also seen like Relax Alex totally called Joker, so props to him and stuff like that. But what I was talking about more, my initial reaction saying nobody called this, was like leak-wise. Of course, I did pull up a few that did. So obviously, nothing is ever not guessed, I guess, in Smash. I mean, people guess ridiculous things. So yeah, I mean, there's always going to be something. But I do think those leaks that did, allude to Persona, or the one that basically straight up said Joker and a list of 4 other characters, yeah, I do think those are worth looking at. Of course, I will also warn that there was a leak that called Richter back in the day that had, Gardevoir and Gothitelle on it, and I really looked at that leak and I was trying to, just make sense of how did somebody guess a character that almost no one else was guessing, and that one turned out to be fake. So, this one could have guessed Joker and still turn out to be fake. It does happen, so yeah, we gotta learn from the past. I am still, of course, looking at this one. It could potentially be true, but yeah, gotta learn from the past. It is totally possible. It's a lucky guess. So direct leaks that called Joker aside for now, there is some really cool stuff that has come out of Persona and Joker being in Smash. For one, I think it puts like everything back on the table. It was something really wasn't being guessed at, and now a lot of characters that I think had low possibilities, or yeah, they could get in, but I don't know if they actually would, are now like, yeah, that might actually be a possibility. So it's a little annoying for speculation, as we had things somewhat narrowed down to like, okay, here's 20 characters I was kind of looking at, and now it feels like it's much bigger than that, because there's just really out there characters that suddenly feel like, yeah, that could happen. I will also say that a lot of people are misquoting Reggie, so I want to go over that next. So Reggie was there when Joker got announced, and he said a bit more. He's been in some interviews and stuff, and people are really misquoting him, saying that the rest of the Smash DLC are going to be, basically everybody seems to have taken it as like the rest of the Smash DLC is going to be third-party franchises that have never been in Smash before. And he never really said that. I mean, he kind of implied towards that direction, and I do think that is probably the more likely case of what the DLC will be. It'll probably be new series, probably all third-party series, or mostly third-party series, getting characters. Again, there's that leak that guessed Joker that has, 2 other third parties and then 2 Nintendo characters. That could happen, totally possible. But yeah, I just want to make clear that Reggie never said that. The closest thing he said was that Joker was emblematic of what the rest of the DLC will be like. So what does Joker being emblematic of the rest of the Smash DLC mean? It probably means that he's a good guide or a good basis for what the rest of the Smash DLC is going to look like. So yeah, that does sort of point towards third-party franchises that are new to Smash getting a character. Something interesting and unique with the moveset, something interesting Sakurai can do with the character. I don't think this totally counts out everybody, though. People are taking this way too specifically. Reggie also said that the rest of the DLC characters will be characters that are new to Smash. That is very, very obvious. I mean, we're not going to get Mario again. But the way he said it, just people are thinking, oh, that means they're going to be brand new franchises. They're going to be new characters. Characters have never been in Smash in any form before. He didn't say that. So I think it's still totally possible we get someone like Rayman. We get Porky, something like that. Totally still possible. But I do think it's less likely now, but not impossible. So I'm not, making this the nail in the coffin for Spirits deconfirming characters. This is definitely not the end of any non-third-party characters. This is not, some conclusive statement from Reggie saying the rest of the characters will be third-party franchises. That's not it at all. A lot of people took it like that, but that is not what he said at all. Keep in mind, part of Reggie's job is to be like a spokesman for Nintendo, and this really sounds like PR talk to me. Sometimes you have to be able to talk about something without really saying anything or giving any more information away, and I feel like Reggie talking about the rest of the Smash DLC is a case like that, where he's got to say stuff like, Nintendo plans on having just the best games, the most interesting characters, and Smash is really a place to put all that together. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just empty buzzwords. He's just talking, and I feel like that's what's being said here. Saying something like, the characters that are going to be in the DLC are going to be new to Smash. Of course they will, but it's just a way to answer a question without giving any information away. Again, emblematic of the rest of the Smash cast, or the rest of the DLC cast. Yeah, that gives us a little bit more to go off of, but I think that's the most that he really said, and all that really means is that Joker's a good basis for who we should be guessing at or something like that. But again, that really just means it's more likely third-party franchises, unexpected characters, stuff like that are now more likely, not necessarily cutting anybody out of the running. So all that said, I think there are now a ton of characters on the table. I've written down a bunch of them here. I'll just go down the list. I'm not going to give every reason why these characters are likely or why they're on my radar here, but here's just some of them. Banjo, I think Banjo-Kazooie is still very likely. They were on that 4chan leak that guessed Joker. We have rare spirits in the data for Smash Ultimate, so yeah, I mean, Banjo just seems very likely to me at this point. There's other ones too. We got like Crash and Spyro, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, characters that I kind of wasn't thinking were all that likely, but now I'm kind of thinking, man, everything's on the table. It's possible they're going to really blow us away with somebody here. Geno, Rayman, characters that have spirits I don't think are out of the running. Still possible. Less likely, but still possible. And then there's characters that are missing spirits. I still think they're, suspicious that they're missing spirits. So Porky, Silex, Adeline, Poochie kind of is missing a spirit. There's like the Yarn Poochie spirit, I think. And I'm still going to make videos on like Silex and stuff. I said I was going to do that. Again, I don't think what Reggie said counts characters out like that, like Nintendo characters. And Silex again is on the 4chan leak that has that guessed Joker. So yeah, worth looking at. Porky might just be boss DLC or something. I kind of said with Verge saying that the Minecraft content might be a boss, possibly a boss DLC. So there you go. Some other just characters that could be on here. We could get like a Dragon Quest character. That's always been possible if we do have a Square Enix character like Verge Hatagi and them have said. And I will go over that in a bit here. I know people are really talking about Vergeben like he's discredited here, but I'll go over that in a little bit. Chrono, Sephiroth, so yeah, any of those Square Enix characters I think are still in the running. Lara Croft would be a very surprising Square character, not one of the ones that was heard, but could happen. The Prince from Prince of Persia, Dante from Devil May Cry is possible. Some Altair, Ezio, an Assassin's Creed character, Master Chief, Doom Guy, a Monster Hunter rep seems pretty likely to me. That's always been kind of on the table. Someone from Resident Evil, we could get Chris, we could get Jill, anybody really. Steve, of course, Hitagi's talking about Steve, totally possible. We get something from Mortal Kombat, like Scorpion or Sub-Zero, that would be kind of crazy, but hey, Smash tends to break its rules all the time. I don't know if that'd be too violent, but again, Smash breaks the rules all the time, totally possible. We get somebody from Namco. We could get like Nightmare, Yoshimitsu, Ivy, someone from Soul Calibur. I think Heihachi is probably out of the running as he's part of Pac-Man's Taunt now, but Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia or any other Tales rep, totally possible. We could get, I don't know, these were kind of off my radar, but stuff like Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright, Travis Touchdown, those were kind of characters that were in the kind of the Joker boat, which were like, yeah, they're possible, but I didn't really think it would happen. Now they're way on the table, totally possible. Ryu from Ninja Gaiden, totally possible. You could say we already have Ryu from Street Fighter, but hey, we got two Roys, so it can happen. An Undertale rep. Something crazy like a Yokai Watch rep, Dig Dug, Agumon from Digimon, I've heard people talking about. Even a Fortnite rep, or, it's just basically everything's kind of on the table now. So now let's talk about Vergeben and Hitagi and Zen Other and Polar Panda and all the people that are kind of like, seem to have insider knowledge of the DLC or claim to, and are sort of talking to each other and stuff. So a lot of people right now are writing Vergeben off, that he said the Square Enix rep would be first, and he was wrong about that, so now that he's been wrong about something, we should just totally ignore him. He's totally out. I think that's incredibly foolish. Vergeben's been really good throughout all of the base roster stuff, and I think it is still worth looking at what he has to say. I think being wrong about the Square Enix rep being first could be as simple as the Square Enix rep was the one that's furthest along, that's been known about the longest, but they chose to show off Joker first. They didn't actually even show off Joker. They showed just a video of him, but nothing of his actual gameplay or even a model of him in Smash. So it's very possible Joker, is so early in development, whereas maybe this supposed Square Enix rep is much farther along. They just didn't decide to show that one first. Now, I will say, before Joker was revealed, I had someone tell me that it's possible no one knows the DLC right now. This person I trust pretty well, and, we had Rice on Reset Era saying essentially the same thing, that whatever Vergeben has said he knows about DLC, it's not true. Maybe this stuff will happen, maybe we'll get a Square Enix rep, maybe we'll get something Minecraft in the game, but whatever he's heard is false. And again, I had someone tell me that in confidence. I talked to Zen Other, I talked to Polar Panda before Joker was revealed, and I said pretty much the same thing. I said, someone told me this, I don't know if it's true or not, but they're telling me that anything that's behind the scenes about DLC is just not true. And then we get Joker, something none of those leakers were talking about. So that is a possibility here. That's still totally possible, that Vergeben really doesn't know anything. But again, I think it would be wrong to totally discount him and totally stop looking at him. So I will still be looking at this stuff. I still think there's the potential that there's merit behind what he's heard, potential there's merit behind what Hitagi heard, Polar Panda heard, Zen Other heard, anybody heard really. So yeah, I'm still going to be looking at all those guys. So let's talk a bit about some tangible stuff going on with leakers instead of all this vague, anybody could be right, any character's possible stuff. So Hitagi got something right recently. We got this Granblue fighting game coming out. Hitagi totally called that. So yeah, there's some credibility for Hitagi. Yeah, this Granblue Fantasy Versus for PS4 by Arc System is coming out. Hitagi totally called that. Unsure if that means the whole Catalina in a fighting game thing was just for this game, and, Hitagi really backtracked on Catalina, probably doesn't have anything to do with Smash, but I will say it does seem Hitagi does have real Cygame insider information. Did know about this, did call this one, so yeah, props to Hitagi for that. It's Possible, though, Hitagi still doesn't know anything about Smash. We don't know that for sure. So yeah, a little bit more possibility towards Steve as a playable character, a little bit more possibility towards Square Enix getting a rep, and possibly one of those 7 that have been talked about. Now, while Hitagi was the first person I know of that called this Granblue Fantasy Versus game, there was someone else who was talking about it very recently, December 10th, on one of the Japanese image board channels. They posted a leak, so I'm just going to read it. So this was in a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate discussion. An anonymous poster wrote, "Joker, the stage's Mementos. Jack Frost appears on screen with a skill. Marketing of P5R complete version and P5U fighting game. P5R is 2019. P5U is delayed because ARC is busy with the development of a Granblue fighting game." So yeah, that's pretty interesting, as we are getting a Granblue fighting game, so totally possible the Persona fighting game is being held off because ARC is working on that. So then they also went on to say a bit more, actually, about the possible Square Enix rep. So they posted this about another possible DLC character. They said, Ederic, stages Elfagard, Ederic male and Ederic female, 2 colors each of Enalucia and the Dragon Quest XI hero. Slime appears on screen with a skill, achieved through active collaboration on Square's side, to the benefit of overseas marketing for the Dragon Quest series. So yeah, that would make sense. That would go with the Square Enix rep that is supposedly coming. That is one of the 7 names that we heard. It actually makes a lot of sense because part of those 7 names was that there would be the Dragon Quest XI hero, that there'd be Ederic, Slime, so it actually involves all of them, though I believe Slime is probably just supposed to be on a stage or something, as they say Slime appears on screen with a skill, the same way they say Jack Frost, so I'm assuming Slime's on the stage or something for the Ederic DLC. And it would make sense if Square wants to push Dragon Quest overseas. Dragon Quest really has never taken off that big in the West, while it's huge over in Japan. So yeah, it could make sense we're getting Ederic. Now, that leak, that guest Joker said that there'd be a Square Enix rep, but they weren't sure which one. They said they had heard Chrono and Neku. Totally possible that, again, there's just a lot of Square Enix names being tossed around, and since they weren't sure, getting Ederic wouldn't actually go against that leak. So yeah, there you go, another leak saying we're going to get a Square Enix rep as one of the DLC fighters. So yeah, it's totally possible. We'll have to wait and see what we get for Joker when we see more about what Persona stage we're getting, stuff like that. And if it lines up with this, yeah, all the more likely we'll be getting Ederic as our Square Enix rep. Another interesting thing is that on a official Nintendo website, they list a bunch of things that are like DLC, like how you buy the DLC for Smash, and they list Mii Fighter costume. They say includes 1 costume, price 75 cents USD, content available 2019, exact date to be announced. So while a lot of the third-party characters are no longer Mii costumes in the base game for Smash Ultimate, it's totally possible those are coming and they're just going to be paid Mii fighter costume DLC, and that's pretty awesome. Honestly, I would rather get Geno as a Mii costume than not have any playable Geno in the game at all. So yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Maybe I'll start maining Mii Gunner if I can get Geno back into this game. That's not to say I don't think Geno still has a chance. I think he does. It's getting kind of lower and lower the further we get here, though, so missing that Mii costume does kind of hurt. I would like to get that back, if possible. I know a lot of people liked some of those Mii costumes that we're missing now, some of the third-party ones, so yeah, I'd be happy to pay 75 cents to get a few of those back. Of course, this is also possible that maybe it's the Rex Mii costume and nothing else, and this is just that in the future you'll be able to buy that if you missed it. So that's possible, as it does say include 1 costume, 75 cents, but I think it's all the more likely that they'll just make a bunch of Mii costumes and they'll just be 75 cents each. Another thing that happened speculation-wise was this image of Fortnite with the Smash symbol going through a window, making this image, was passed around the internet as oh man, we're definitely getting a Fortnite character. That image is fake. I don't know how it got so much traction, but I'll just let you guys know that image is totally fake. Not to say we can't get a Fortnite character. I mean, Fortnite's being pushed pretty big on the Switch, but I think it's unlikely. I'd say, far more likely if we get a more modern day, younger gamer, whatever you want to call it, type character, that it's probably going to be Steve for Minecraft, and probably not Fortnite. But just to let people know, this image that's been floating around is indeed fake. So I think that's pretty much everything. I want to do something about my impressions on Smash at some point here. I'll probably do something on amiibos, as I recently got the Wolf, Inkling, and Ridley amiibo, and I have a huge amiibo collection, so I want to do some sort of video on that. And of course, I'll continue to do speculation stuff as more and more comes out. It seems to happen all the time, so yeah, that'll be still happening for a while here. I'll just end this video reminding people that if you do want to see me just talking about Smash, some kind of initial impressions and stuff, go check out the GG Gaming podcast that I did in the description of this video. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Discord tournament. So if you want to come hang out over on my Discord, talk to me, participate in the tournament, sign up for the tournament, obviously do that as quickly as possible. Go check out the Discord, also in the description of this video. And yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, and that should be fun. Hopefully that goes really well. Hope to see you guys there. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. Really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.